Hi there, this is Kathy Crow here at the Crow Cottage. Thank you so much for joining me here in Springfield, Missouri, and I hope all of you Midwesterners buckle up because we have got quite a storm coming. It sounds like Jeff said, I don't think we're going to get much snow. And I hope not. And I don't want the ice either. It is going to be bitterly cold, so have a warm weekend. If you live anywhere in the path of that storm. Most of the time it's north of us, so when it hits us, it hits hard. Now today, it is going to be a fun day, quick, because this is gliding garden swing. It's so cute, and I want to show you how I did it with my old stuff. I put a lot of old things with it, and I probably will do, only one stamp set. Maybe that's an old one with it, so that if you don't keep your old stamps, you'll be jealous, because I know you had it and you probably sold it and or gave it away, and you're thinking, oh, forgot that was in that set. Oh, well. Anyhow, it is a privilege to be able to be here with you, and just hope you have a great day. And I'm going to switch the camera around and hope that it actually functions, because sometimes when I do that, it doesn't like it when I do that. All right, so there you go. Now you can already see one of the sets that I'm going to be using. That's an old one that you may have had. It's a good one too. All of these are really good. You know what? Stampin' Up! Has got some new things coming along, and we demonstrators are really excited about it. You might not know what's coming yet because it probably hasn't been shared to you yet if you are just a customer. And I shouldn't say just a customer, because you are the reasons we're able to do this. So thank you so much. Oh, sorry about that, but that was loud. And anyhow, Stampin' Up! Does new things all the time, and I don't always, I'm old, okay? I'm very old. I've been stamping since today. There is a convention this weekend, creative convention put on by Rhonda Wade and Erica Serwin. Wonderful. And there are other people that participate in it too. So I don't mean to shortchange them. They just happen to be the ones I know about. And Rhonda, I think, is the instigator, if you want to call it that. But this weekend, we're really excited about it. And I bet a lot of you that are doing it are, because now if you're going to be in a cold zone like I am, you will be able to do something nice and warm while you are freezing. I went to the grocery store and it was nuts down there, because they, of course, are like majorly scared, and I don't blame them. Okay, so garden swing. Let me make sure I've got enough light on here, and then we're going to get going. Jeff is substitute teaching today, so I can do this, and I'm hoping that I can get it done before he's done. I'm not sure that I will, but we'll give it a try. So I put this set with sitting here. This is the set that I thought of when I decided, do I really want this set? Because I already have a garden swing. But I pulled it out and looked at it and decided, indeedy, I do, because although this one is a photopolymer one too, this is the old one, it didn't have any dies. I mean, seriously, folks, I didn't have any dies. I don't think it came with dies. Now, I've seen knockoff dies on eBay with people who are selling this, and I've never bought those, so I don't know if they fit the images perfectly. They might, but anyway, I can actually fussy cut a swing pretty easy, but not those slats in between. That was the problem. When I remember doing this swing before, it wasn't all that hard to do the fussy cutting around these and these, even the cat. Dog, not too bad. The cushion, I think I had a circle punch I could use. The little bird was tedious. But it was these slits in the swing that when I realized, aha, there's probably no gaps there, but there are there, and that would be really hard to punch. And I did really like this little picture. I don't have any little pictures that are that tiny. And I like having things like this because, so when you see the cards that I did, I promised in my coming newsletter this next week I'd show you, where's the card? Oh, I've already used it. Oh my goodness, you've got to be kidding. I think I've used all of those that I've already sent them away to people, so people are getting them. So you'll just have to look at my newsletter to see how I did it with this new Wonders. I really liked that. That worked out really cute. I have not used this with it, so I'm going to today. That's what I'm going to use with it. Lazy Days, I used the dies for the porch with it, and I don't think I used any of the stamps or the birds. I don't remember. Oh, there it is. There's the new Wonders. I really liked that. It was so cute the way it turns a page. We're readers in our family. Books are very exciting to us, so this is something my granddaughters are going to really appreciate. Now, this is actually a set that's available in new. And this little puppy, where are you from, puppy? Because I don't see you, and I'm not real sure where you came from. That little puppy's cute, and I don't know. He might be with this girl. We'll see. This tree branch is with the actual set we're going to be doing today, and it's cute. I just thought this looked really nice, and I liked it. Now, I did do something a little different with this one. I could put the branch where I wanted it, and I had lots of room to do something at the top. But I think for today's card, I'm going to turn it, and we're going to do it horizontally, because when you do it horizontally, unless you're prepared to put a lot. Now, horizontal, it's still even kind of. When I put this tree, this is the tree that comes with this set. And this set. And the tree trunk is not low enough. I kind of think I would have liked two tree trunks, one here and one here. So what I'm going to do is I am going to use this as well as this, I guess. I don't know. I'm not real sure how it's going to work out. I just know it'll look real cute. So what I did is I'm not going to do this, but I'm just telling you what I did in case you want to know. I knew I wanted to put a big banner on it. I wanted the swing to be one I could actually get into. If this was up here where the ropes go, I would be coming to this swing and having to jump up into it. It's incredibly high, like here, you see. Now on a horizontal card, it's going to just be fine. But this is the length of the ropes, unless you do what I did. So what I did is I just did 4 of them. I did 4 ropes. I think it has a die cut. Let's peek. No, it does die cut it here. And it also does have these die cuts, which you could use. And I did use them on a card, and I thought this is way too much work, so I'm not using that one again. It has in here in the die, it has a nice number of dies, as you can see. A little table, very cute. That pot is a nice embossed one, very cute, really cute. Love the dies. So it comes with a lot of dies. The pop out foliage, which I didn't use on any of my cards, and I probably won't get to today, but we'll see. But anyhow, just really liked it. The cushions are a nice change from the cushions that I already have. And since I have this set, I could have more cushions because I kind of like that long oblong one. And what else? Oh, this little shrubbery. That might come in handy. I don't know if I'll use it. I loved these pets in this set. So I didn't use the dog in this one, but I used him in this one. And again, I'm going to grab this set. This one is called, let me find it. It is going to take me just a minute to find it because it's one of my little kid ones that I did a while ago. And good, the puppy is in it. It is called Just Me and You. Just Me and You. The puppy and the little bear she's got is in it. Now, where is she? Oh, I used the tea girl, and I took off her tiara because I didn't want her to have one. And instead of a cup, I just took that out of her hand, and I found a book from some other set, I have no idea, and cut it out, and now she's reading a nice book. So this is the set. So when you get to the newsletter, and I do really appreciate it if you would message me and tell me things, because I do my newsletter, sometimes wondering if anyone is even reading it, but I can tell by the number of opens that yes, people are reading it, and they do, they must enjoy it, because they wouldn't be taking it otherwise. And some people do email me, so thank you very much for doing that. I appreciate it. Comment here on the page, that would be even better, actually, because then Facebook sees it. Oh, I'm not here all by myself. Sometimes they probably think I am, but I know better. Alrighty-o. So it is going to be a busy day. We better get going on it. And I think the first thing we're going to do is we're going to stamp, and then I'll just die cut all at one go, because I don't have a lot of time. Now, I did save from the Lazy Days set of dies. I saved these porch pieces, and I might use those. We'll see. I doubt it, but we'll see, because I kind of just want to go with what we have so you can see how it works. So let's start with just stamping out the bench. Now, it does have 2 benches, and I do appreciate that, because this bench is pretty cool. This outline, I just did my nails this morning, so I better be a little cautious and not. So this bench, super cute, has the detail and all that I really like. But, you know, because I don't want to mess with because what I did is, for this bench, is when I doubled it up, I stamped these, the ropes or chains, what have you. I stamped these 4 times, just those. I just stamped those with black, colored it in, and then just fussy cut. Because you can just fussy cut those right off this bench if you're not using it, and then you can double it up. And it really wasn't hard to do, and I did really appreciate having this bench. I really liked it. In fact, maybe I will use it, because you can see this bench quite clearly. So let's just, I'm not going to do 4 of them. I don't need to do 4. But I do need a block. So let's put the block out here. All right, so Stampin' Up! Has got, you probably have seen, there is a new, what we used to call a Stamparatus. There's a new one. You can just stamp, if you're not going to use the bench, you can go ahead, maybe I'll just stamp the bench since I'm just using the ropes, and then I can use that bench later a different way. How's that? So we'll just stamp that bench there. I hate that when I do that. That just ruined that image. Thankfully, paper has 2 sides. Jeff, being a teacher, I don't know if he does it that much when he's not in elementary, but I think he does, actually. When the kids say, I've ruined this, because it was a piece of paper he'd given them, because I don't think they even need paper all that much, although thankfully here in Missouri they do, because I think the legislature actually passed a law where they're going to or are working on it, they probably will, where the students actually have to put pen to paper some. I mean, seriously, people, that is a major way our brains hold information. This is something educators have known for 50 years, and many experts have written and done classes on it, and it's just silliness, some of the things that come along, because people won't listen to old people. Well, whatever. I'm done whining about that. All right, so now let's grab, just because I want to get it done really quick, I will grab a copper clay blending pen using that bullet tip, and just quickly go over my little rope. I don't really want to go out of the white, because or onto the white. I'm not cutting that close to this thing. It's not going to be a perfect cut. It's gonna be good enough, okay? Because I don't have time to to fuzzy cut the way I usually like to. But while I'm here, let's just stamp everything I'm gonna need. I do want the branch. I only am probably gonna use one. I'm not 100% sure on that. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and just do 2 of them. Just to be sure. Stamparatus is really handy when you have multiple cards to stamp. Okay, because you can set up one, stamp, 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 stamp. And when you're doing, when you're having helpers assemble Christmas cards and you've got a bunch of them, it especially comes in handy. It also is really good for embossing. I mean, there's just a whole lot of things that are really useful when you have... Now, that didn't work out, but it's okay because with a photopolymer one, I can set it... I'm lifting this side because this side's not going to touch the block. And I'm just going to redo just that portion. It's a little fuzzy, but it's going to work because I don't want to mess with it and waste cardstock because I was yapping and not paying attention. All right, so we've got that. Let's see. If I'm going to put a pot in this so that I don't have to do too much. And actually the shrubbery is nice, but it's kind of high. I'm not going to use that. Let's use the pillows. I do like those pillows. They're cute. We'll put 2 of them on my block. And then I can stamp 2 of them together here. All right, we need 2. I am going to use 1 from my other set because when I use pillows, I don't do just 1 pillow. So this is the old Stampin' Pretty. Oh, I've got 2 strong. Do I want the round one? I do. I want the round one. The round one's good. Okay, and let's see. What else do we want to do? I'm going to use the little dog. He's cute. Does this have dies? Yes, I think that one does have dies. Another reason I thought I would use that set. Okay, the basket is cute, but I'm not going to use the little dog basket. I love the dog basket in this one. This one doesn't need it because it doesn't have any pet. Let's see. What other... Oh, the grass. We are going to need the grass, but that's going to have a background before I go stamping that. I'm not doing the table. All right, so you're going to have to just know all of these things that it comes with that I am not doing because it's super cute and all. And if I had tons of time, but today I know I won't. That's probably going to be done in an hour. He's going to be down at the coffee shop. My phone's going to go ding, and I'm going to know that it is time to head down there. You know what? It stamps out. What I thought was, so it comes with 2 dies. So this die actually is the one that cuts out this piece. Okay, and this bench does not fit, does not work. I wish it did. I really, really wish it did, but it doesn't match up here or here. So anyway, so we're going to use this one, and that is fine. No, we're not going to. I am going to use that other bench because I want to not take the time to color. Let's see here. Because we have enough things to color already. So let's just do it. Now, I don't need this since I'm going to just be using my other thing, but I do need to cut out these pillows. Okay. Oh, here's the other thing about the pillow. This pillow comes with this wonderful little herringbone. Oh, it's not really quite herringbone, but it's a texture. So if you use if you just do a plain pillow, like with this die, you just cut a plain one, then you can texturize it, and it looked really cute. I loved it. Here's the other thing about this. This is your pot stand. Okay, if you want to have the pot up. And their little flower, there's a little rose die kind of deal. Anyway, lots of cute things. And so, let's just, I better color before I cut. All right, but I don't know what colors I'm going to do yet. So I'm just not going to worry about that yet. Let's figure out the colors, and then I'll get back to that. First things first, colors. I didn't even get out my colors. So maybe I should just go with my basics that I always do, which would be, I do really like Lemon Lolly. I haven't done a yellow one yet. Let's do Lemon Lolly. And I am going to drag out, I don't use this all that often, but where is it? Oh, there it is. I don't want green with it because it's going to have so much green with it already. I'm going to use my little color coach and see which. I think we're going to do, I don't really want to do red. We'll go with Highland Heather, okay? We're going to go with Highland Heather, I guess, and figure that out. There's Lemon Lolly. Right there. And I don't want to do the triadic. I guess we'll just do our Highland Heather with it. Maybe with some gorgeous grape too. Although Night of Navy would be good too. Let's do Night of Navy. All right? All right, now that that's all settled, we'll do Night of Navy. So let's grab a Night of Navy card that, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So we're just doing a standard size. If I can find you, where are you? I've got so much Pacific Point in here. Night of Navy. There we go. So we have 2 of those, so I'll just do one. That's going to be on the base. We're going to do a 4 inch by 4 inch by 5 1/2. So I'm going to see if I've got a smaller piece of Lemon Lolly in here. Then I can use that. I guess I could go this way. Do I want to go that way? No, I don't. I actually usually prefer to have the dark on the bottom. I don't know why, because it's not a rule. I don't know why. My brain works that way. Lemon Lolly, where are you? I had you out. I actually have a bunch of it cut already. They're all big sheets. No, they're all really big sheets. So my cutter also, I noticed, I've been cutting plastic. Oh, you are going to love the project I'm working on when I get to it. It's not going to come out till the 1st of March, but oh boy, it is super cute. All right, so 5 1/4, and we'll cut this at 4 inches. And then that is going to be the mat on the base. Okay, and we're going to be doing it portrait. Now, actually, green's probably going to end up working better. So I'm going to go ahead and do a garden green so that I have one, because thinking there's going to be so much green in this that I know once I get it layered in, I am going to want some green to pull that together. So I'm going to peek here and see if some green width would be good, and I think it will, because I actually don't mind smalling this down. This is going to make the swing fit in here all the better. So I think I am going to do that. We're going to just cut my lemon lolly a little bit smaller. We're going to go at 3 3/4, and we're going to go at 5 inches, and this is going to be a very small little swing, and the branches are going to hang over. The branches are actually quite large. Okay, and then we will do garden green. That one will be 4 inches by 5 1/4, and it actually was almost there already. When you do just such that little tiny bit, a lot of times it'll leave fuzzies. So make sure you cut those off. All right, so now let's have a look and see what I think. La la. La la, la 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 la. Perfect. That is good. I like that. And that would actually be a really nice guy coloration too. If I want to put my porch in, that would work out really well. But I don't. I'm going to go ahead and do that porch swing. What color do we want to do it? Okay, it's going to go here because the branch is over here. And what kind of a sky do I want? Let's do the sky. We don't want it to just be yellow, right? So let us just do the sky while we're thinking about all of these colors. And I'm gonna grab out, I need something very, very light. But definitely not green. So let's go boho blue because I'm not sure. Let me grab a piece of paper to put under here. I'll use my gliding garden swing there. Okay, and I want to see where's my bench going to go. So I want the sky to actually go down to not a little more than the halfway point. Okay, it doesn't need to be too terribly dark because it can have some yellow in it. I just don't want it to have a ton of yellow. I don't want to do so much that it starts looking green because I'm afraid that it will if I keep going. I think to be on the safe side, I am going to take some Tahitian hide, and let's see what happens if I add a little bit of that. That's good. I like that. Okay, just a little bit of that. All right, and that is that. I'm not putting any more on that. And then that gives me a clue on my pillows too. Let's do my swing with Night of Navy. Okay, so I'm gonna cut that with Night of Navy. What else do I want? My swing's actually kind of small, but I think it's gonna fill everything up really nicely. I do need green on the bottom. So let's grab green while I'm coloring. We'll get our garden green out and we'll color that bottom in. If I can find my, I must clean my brush really well when I'm doing garden green because I can never, I've got like lots of blues. I can never find a good garden green one. And I've been using, I don't know what I've been using, but that one's pretty clean. I hate to use green on it. I think I've got a yellow one in there. So there's a tiny bit of yellow. All right, so we definitely want this to be green on the bottom. This is gonna save you so much effort in the coloring stage. Okay. And so we want it pretty dark down here. It can be lighter in the center, but I actually want it dark on the horizon there because I don't want it to look too much like it's just, I don't want it to be flowing into the sky, in other words. I'm going to use my brown one here. We're going to go like this to make sure that we've got a good, strong green horizon. Perfect. And a little bit of blending that. Very good. All right, that's that. All right, now we're ready to do a little bit of stamping. While I'm here, let's use this garden green and we will stamp. Because our swing and our tree are fitting right on top, you can pretty much just go ahead and stamp away. And it'll all get good. I do not see grass in this one, but I do have a little grass here and that tiny squirrel, so I'm going to use that. Oh, I even cut out. What are you? I've got benches already cut out, but they're gold, so I won't be using those. I don't want any gold benches. That's why they're there. I don't know why I stamped any gold benches. Who has a gold bench? All right, so I'm going to take this and we're going to lay this in here where it would be, because I don't need to put grass, you know, where it's not going to show anyway. So we're going to just do some grass here. And there are many, many stamps that we have that do grass. And I'm going to add in some of my own grass too, because this actually looks pretty static. You know, it's just this one over and over again. So I'm probably going to want to rectify that with some of my own grass. And it's really easy to do that. Let me show you what to do. Just take your garden green, or even a lighter one is not bad. This one is... this is garden green. We'll use the bullet tip, and we're gonna just put in some of our own little sprigs here. Okay, very random. Really tiny, some of them. Okay, these markers were discontinued. But you can get markers all over the place, and actually we use those blending pens mostly, so they're really not, but I use these still, so you know, I've got them, but yeah, that's all right. And then I'm gonna do a line of something back here with the bushes that came with this. So this little bush, oh, there's the grass right there, sweet, I'm gonna use that. I thought there was grass in it. That's grass. What was I thinking? I don't know. We'll use it. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay. So funny. That looks much better. I like that. And this part will get covered up. I like that. It's a nice long one. That's really helpful. So here's one of the little bushes, the bigger one. I'm going to use this to just do a line of bushes on the front, but I did that just to see what is that going to look like, and I also want it stamped off. Okay, so it's sort of like a little cloud. Let me do one here so you can kind of see it. That's going to get covered up by the trunk, but I kind of want a little line of trees back there, not just green. And I'm using the back side to do this stamped off version. There we go. That's perfect. Okay, love it. This is so easy. Isn't it fun? I hope you like stamping. I sure do. It's super fun. Very relaxing. Okay, now I know what my colors are. I got it all squared away in my brain. We've got 3 colors, but I like to stick with 2. So since the tree is going to be a lot of green, we are not going to be doing, you know, a ton of green. It'll be mostly, not Night of Navy because that's pretty dark. I might get out Misty Moonlight to color with. I don't know. We'll see. I'll think about it. All right, so that's that one. We do need the little doggy die. Okay. That's something else. That. We're going to do the little dog. He's a 2-step stamper, which is why you need the new Stamparatus that's coming out. Now, I'm going to do the outline of him first in black. And that's one reason most of us really prefer these photopolymer stamps, is so that when you've got these, isn't he cute? I love that one. He's so cute. Love little dogs. They're just a riot. Jeff sends me these videos, and he said with the last bunch, he said, you know, I think that one was a lot of AI stuff. And I thought, I know, that's one reason. Actually, I like the AI thing because at least now I know dogs aren't being harmed with people repeatedly trying to get some video. You know, seriously, folks. But anyway, said at first it looked okay. It was a dog being scared by something. I don't remember what. We're going to do a stamped off version here. That's not quite the color I want. I kind of want him to be a little bit black. I'm going to put a little bit of black on him. No, that's not going to work either. Nope, nope, nope. Yeah. I don't want him to be brown necessarily, but I don't want him to be black. I guess I want it gray. What is a bulldog? I haven't seen one in a while. I did see one from a great distance and just a couple of days ago, which is probably why I came back and got this bulldog out. Let's try crumb cake. Yeah, that he's a little greenish, but I think he's better than the other. Let's try him. Ah, yeah, stamped off. He's perfect. All right, so now we can line him up. This one is a little harder to line up perfectly. So I hope he works. If he doesn't, oh, wow. Oh, he did. He's so cute. So this little bulldog was going with his friend, you know, his owner, on his little leash, and he was just adorable. They're such nice dogs. Okay, so that is that. Now, we do have this cute little bird, but I think we'll skip the bird just for, you know, in this old set. I'm going to put those things aside so that I don't get too distracted, and then we're going to cut out the bench and the dog and the pillows. Okay, we'll put this aside. Put these aside. We'll assemble those in a bit. Oh, we better color these so that I can cut those out. Try to get your light on without it glaring quite so much. Okay, so I used copper clay, but that will be way too dark. What have we got? Ivory is pretty good. My ivory's sort of running out a little bit, so I'm going to use bronze. First of all, we're going to see how dark that is. It's pretty dark, so I'm going to just go with bronze on the bottom of the branch and the little branches. Oh, that's not the bottom. That's the top on that one. So, forgot I turned it over. Oh, well, it's fine. Alrighty. And, ooh, that one will do the whole thing. Okay, so bronze, we've got some bronze going there. Oh, ivory is really what I need, but let's grab out crumb cake. I think my light crumb cake might do because I've got one that is very, very running out anyway. Let's try it over here. Yeah, you're gonna work good. So I'm gonna do the tree a lot with this running out of ink crumb cake. But that's running out a bit too much. So let's try the other one. This one's gonna be fresh though, so let's be a little cautious. It's okay. So we're gonna blend that there. I actually like the squeaky sound because it just means things are working well. Jeff will say, "What are you doing back there?" He should know by now. I actually do most of my coloring when he's not around. He's napping or he's, gone. Because in the evening when we sit down here, I can cut things out and all, but there's not enough light. We have a projector TV, and so it projects on the wall, which is wonderful, but I don't have any light to color by. My light's too artificial. I can't see the colors, and it's just very frustrating, so I've learned to just not do it. I do it in the day instead. I love that. That's going to look really good with our little bulldog. He's so cute. All right. Anything else brown? I think I am going to go ahead and cut this guy out really quick, this bench from the white. And then I am going to color, instead of doing it from a card, I could use Crumb's cake, and just do that. But I think instead, I'm going to just color this bench. So I cut it out. It's out. It really came out clean. That's so nice. I love it when that happens. We're going to put this away. Okay, and then we're going to take our little bronze and we're going to do the lines. That line and that line and that line. Right on crumb cake would look really good too. Okay, we're going to just put in a little bit of shadow here and there, because I would like my bench to look a little bit worn, it's used a little bit anyway. Okay, maybe there, maybe there, maybe there. Okay, let's do it. Decide which bars are crossing on top. I'm going to have these crossing on top. Okay, all right. And then we will use our crumb cake, and I think I can use the brush tip here. Oh, that's yellowish. I think we're going to have to go over you. This is the one running out, obviously. So let's get the other out and do the bullet tip. Yeah, that's better. Maybe I can use the... I can. Wonderful. This way it just goes much faster for your benefit. Okay, I don't use the brush tip all that much because I tend to ruin them. If you're light, I'm trying to be really light with it right now and not push on it at all, then it lasts much better. And also not like this, There are just things that you want to keep your brush tips nice. That's one reason I just use that bullet tip mostly. It holds up better. But this is nice when you've got like a big area. I don't tend to do that. I just sponge. If it's a big area, I oftentimes use other pens, I have to admit. Okay, I like that. That's going to be very nice. All right, and now we can cut, I think we can cut everything out. I think we're ready to. Now, let me make sure I have all of my pieces. Got the dog. We've already got the bench. We've got the pillow. My only complaint is it would have been nice to have had another pillow. All right. Oh, and I forgot. I have my trees to do, and I'm going to take my brush that's probably still got green all over it, if I can find it. There it is. And we're going to do that for my branches. Let's get that green back out again. This is a very quick way to color. If you've got die cuts, you can do it. If I was gonna care that there's white in there, then I wouldn't do it necessarily, but it is going to work out just fine because I'm gonna take my green pen that's darker. I've got Just Jade in here. That one's pretty good. And we're gonna add just a little bit of shading here in there. It's pretty light. I think I'm gonna have to grab out another one that's a little darker. I like it, but too light. Let's try Mossy Meadow. You'd be way too dark. How about Shy Shamrock? Oh, there's Shaded Spruce, my favorite. Okay, Shaded Spruce, the light one. Use the bullet tip. It's gonna give you some dark green to see your little branches. Oh, you're so sweet. I do want to do this swing with a post on the, I don't think I did that. I think I used the, like on that porch, that Lazy Days porch. I think that would look really cute, but it's that Lazy Days porch is kind of time consuming all on its own. So this is one of my favorite sets that was from that last catalog that we have. If you don't have one, make sure that there is am I allowed to say? Am I allowed to say there? I better not. Because I don't even know. There's actually other big news coming, and it may have come and I've missed it. I don't know. I mean, as far as I'm allowed to say, sometimes I'm not allowed to say things, and I don't want to spoil it for somebody, so I better just shut up. This is Dark Seafoam. I love this one because it really will do a nice job of blending a lot of things because it's very light and it won't cover everything up with like Mossy Meadow super dark green. If you want to highlight here, then use some yellow. Yellow on the very tips. Oh boy, that would look really, really good, I think. But because I'm trying to rush, we're going to not do that. I'm trying not to cover every single bit. Okay, we're going to cut this out. We'll see what it looks like. If it's not good enough, then I'll have to do a little bit of fussy cutting. That's just the life. All right, put my brushes aside. Take this and this. Let's grab the machine. Let's see if you can see it. The problem is it's this way. That's always a real problem for me. Okay, so let's do the branches first and we'll see how it goes. Now there is also, let me mention, there's this vine-ish kind of branch thing you can do. So there's actually a variety. I can get these out and we can stick it right inside this die. I don't know that I'm necessarily going to take the time to pluck it all out, but no, that one's not cooperating with my magnet under there, so we'll do this one. Okay, so there's this. There's 3. Where do you go? They go to specific areas, you know. I think. Let's try you here. No, not there. Maybe it doesn't really. I thought it did, but maybe it doesn't. You just use these elsewhere. You can use it, but I'll stick that one in there. And let's see, that one's overlapping too much, so it's going to look weird if I do that. This is for the solid ones, but if you use these, just like with this bench, when you have these finely detailed dies like this, I prefer to do them on white and color them. You can use a cardstock, but use a light cardstock because, I don't know, the dark cardstock, sometimes it sort of conceals all the wonderfulness of the detail. It tends to kind of get lost. Okay, let's try that again. Oh, good, gotcha. Okay, and then we will do this one. I'll move you over here. I hear my fridge ice. That was the fridge ice going back there. So when I went to Walmart just to get some blueberries and some lotion that I needed, and what other thing? I think that was it. And and it was like nuts. When I pulled in, I thought, wow, I've been here when a storm was coming before, and it was never quite as filled as this. This is amazing. People are just really concerned. So I hope you have a chance to get out and get your groceries, because that is just going to take some time, because there are going to be people there. I'm going to take my bench. I'm going to save this bench. I am going to use them, but for our purposes, we're just going to be using the little rope. Okay. So I'm going to cut that off so it doesn't go through. I should color these really quick, and I'm going to use Lemon Lolly. If I can find you, there you are. So Lemon Lolly, you're going to be prominent here. Okay, and here. And we'll do, just for time's sake, going to do the flowers that way too. Come on. Oh, see? I have not even used this one all that much. Some of these tips are just dying off pretty quick. And I know I didn't add any alcohol ink to this one, so I didn't do it. Now let's see, we've got Night of Navy. So let's grab, I'm going to grab Night of Navy. This is the light one. I'm not really sure how dark it is. Let's see, it's pretty dark. We're going to do the little button there in the center. Let's see, it's pretty dark. So I think I'm going to do this pillow with it, but just this background of the pillow. Okay, so I'm just barely putting any ink on this. Okay, and then actually the stripes will be good. So we will do yellow and Night of Navy here. I should have colored this off of my because that's awkward by far. Okay. There, there, and there. All right, perfect. I think that's it. That's it. And then we're going to do a little bit of green for those flowers, and then we'll be done on the coloring. I think I'm going to grab, I really liked my shaded spruce. That was nice. So we're going to use you for that green. Really just about everywhere that's got white. If it's a flower petal, oh wow. I think that's good. And anything else? Do I need to touch up my dog? I don't think so. A little bit of brown wouldn't have been bad, but we're not going to do it. All right, now we're finally ready to finish cutting out and assembling, and we will be done with this. Oh, you're gonna be cute. I do have to figure out I'm gonna cut this off because I will use this scrap. Oh, I stamped a bunch off the back. I don't know if it'll work. We'll see. I might use it for the sentiment, but I probably am gonna need a bigger piece for that sentiment. I suspect I will. Look at you. You're too big. So some of the old dies, they leave so much border around. So since the feet are the hard part, the hard bit, I'm gonna put you like that. I think Jeff is home already. It is 3:15. I'm gonna have to go shut my door so that he knows that I'm doing this down here, or he'll come down. Who knows what he might say? He might say something embarrassing. I don't know. There's that little pillow. So I am going to have to trim around my little dog, but that's okay. He's worth it. He's so cute. And the pillow. And my little round pillow, if I had a circle out and ready to go, I would use you, but we're going to just go like this. If I can get my magnet to work there. I can cut that pretty fast with my scissors. Okay, love it. And the pillow, that one goes with our new set. I don't want to put it anywhere else. All right. Very cute. At least I think that was Jeff. Maybe that was the dryer. I do have the dryer on, but I bet it was him. Okay, so that is that. Now let's grab my card and we'll get this all together. So we've got Night of Navy on the bottom. Then we've got, which order do I have? Okay, Night of Navy on the bottom, then green, and then, where's our lemon lolly piece? Oh, it's the one I colored. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh, sweet. Okay. Just making sure that I got it in the right order. Okay, garden green, like that. We're gonna go ahead and put this on no, I better not, because I might, you never know if you want a ribbon. Sometimes that happens. And this was Lemon Lolly, but we painted it up. Sponged it all up. Okay. There we go. Now the tree trunk. I'm gonna cut the tree trunk on the side. See? It's huge. Like super huge. And I actually need this here, but here's my branch. You see, I'm gonna have, I don't want, and I want all of that. We're gonna put it here, but I want the base. Okay, so this is some of the awkwardness of this tree. And this is one reason I'm showing you, so that you know what should I alter if I want to, you know, make this work and really fit on things. So I'm going to move these deals to the side and we're going to figure this out. because it's easy, but it's just a matter of figuring. So I'm going to grab pecan pie paper or cardstock, and we are going to cut out two of these, I believe. And I think I'm going to need a big one because I need a lot. So that is a small one, but we're going to have to use a whole half sheet here to cut this sucker out. It's too big. You know, this tells me that people who created these dies didn't really use the stamp set. And maybe they hadn't actually, when they were figuring out all the things, they might not have actually had a mock-up of the die, of the stamps, you know, to do that with. But it sure does complicate things when it doesn't match what everyone's going to be. It'd be fine if you were using this as a scrapbooker. Now I need two. If I do it like this, it's going to really majorly interfere with things. So all I know I need for sure is I need the base. Okay, so I'm going to do one like this, way up top, so I can have my base. And I don't need this top part of the trunk anyway. And then this one I'm going to do like this. Okay, so I'm going to do this one first so that I just know I have one really good piece of the trunk. Oops, let's get it on there properly. Oh, why are you... I didn't. I need a top plate. This is my base plate. Wow. Try that again. I was wondering, why aren't you cutting? Well, because you didn't bother putting on the base plate and then the top plate. Okay, now we gotcha. It is a really cute trunk. It's worth it. Look at that. It's got all of its little lines. It's nice. But we just need two of them. So now I need the base. I don't need the limb, or at least all of it, but I definitely want, and if you wanted the whole, you know, thing, then just use a whole sheet. I mean, I wouldn't, but I guess you could. Let's do this to make things a little easier for me, because it's going to be hard to fit in otherwise. All right, so I want to make sure I have my base, some of that branch, and we'll get as much as we can of it. Okay, there we go. Now we have two. And then that way I can make this work. You could just probably cut one and glue and all of that, but this is actually just easier to do this. Okay, so actually look at that. I think we got about almost all of the branch. You can't even tell that some of it got chopped off. All right, so we've got our card. This one is the lame one, so he's going on the bottom. And we're going to put him all the way over on the edge. You can see that it's too high, so we're going to need to cut some of that off, and then we're going to do this right on it. Let's do this one as the top one. It's going to come down here like this. Okay, and then we're going to take our base and we're going to layer it on here so that it actually works. I'm going to take my scissors, little ones, and I'm going to cut around where these, this is the lame one. So what I'm going to do is take where the grain of this wood is, and we're going to work with it to get this base to be where I want it to be. So there's that bit and that bit. I'm gonna come down here. This is kind of gonna give you some little pieces, but it's gonna be a little less apparent that I cut my base off. Okay, let me do this and get rid of some of this. Like that. Okay. So now when you put this on top, because this is going to have to go down here, so I have all of my branch on, we're going to take this base and we're going to place it right on here and glue it, and you see we're going to glue that down and it'll look more natural. I'm going to get rid of, no, I'm not. I'm going to move this piece here, and then it's going to work. You're going to work this in. So let me show you what I'm talking about. First of all, I'm going to just glue this tree on where I want it. But I'm going to leave some space on that. I'm not going to glue down the branch yet because I might need to adjust it. But I do want all of the branch on. So we're going to put the branch where I want it. I want all of the branch on here. Okay, right. Let's move it over. I want just my Night of Navy showing up here. I want a nice straight tree also. I'd rather it wasn't all crooked. Okay, so now that I've done that, I can get rid of the part that I don't need. Hi, Sandy. How are you doing? I bet you're having, are you guys on winter watch too? I don't know if I'll see your comments. I'm asking, but I might not. If I don't comment, it's not because I'm not listening. I'll read it later because half the time Facebook doesn't let me really see anything. Okay, so I'm cutting that off, and then we're going to take this bottom and we're going to glue that on. You see how good that looks? It's going to look great. It is, your finger's going to get a little sticky because of this glue right here, because you need to make sure this part is glued on good. If you've got little pieces, you know. Oops, I got some glue where I didn't want it, but that's okay. All right, that needs to be in. And that needs to be tucked in there. I'm going to just hold that down. There. Let's put a tiny bit of glue on here. Maybe I'm going to take some of you off and put a tiny bit of glue right there. There you go. And now you've got your trunk the size you actually want it, rather than this giant, this giant thing. Why? I don't know. Okay, now if you want another branch, we've got it. But we're going to take this one. Find your best one. That one's pretty good. And you can stick it on. Now, see, I don't like that. I don't like it like that. You could put it under, and maybe I'd have to color my branch to match this. This is pecan pie. And I could do that. But actually, it's like, no, I don't like that. I'm not going to do that. And so I've decided already I'm not going to. I'm going to just bite the bullet. And I'm going to take my garden green and I can do these and stick those on. Or I can find another one that's big and I won't have little individual puffy, you know, I don't know. I'm going to cut these out and we're going to just see. I'm going to cut the vine out and I'm going to cut this out. If I don't like it, we're going to go with nothing for now, and then off camera I will show you later what I came up with, because die cuts are great. they stand out more. You can give them dimension and all of that. But on the other hand, to do it with something that's a line drawn thing that you've painted, I don't know. It doesn't work. So, all right. So we're gonna do the vine. These are the 3 little poofs of green. I would have liked 5. You can do 5, you can do 6, you know, we can just do this 2 times. It's not like it's hard, it's just a step I didn't really expect to have to do because I didn't think through it, I guess. Okay, let's see how those look. Now, one thing you might want to do, which is something that I always do with these lines are pretty obvious. Can you guys see them? I can't tell if you can. If you can't see those lines quite well enough, make sure you're using a blending pen and the bullet tip. But you can actually, oops, I got some green on my trunk. Don't go where you've got glue. But you can do your lines like this. And this will, just right where the lines are already, it'll give those lines a little bit more oomph. Okay, but I can't really do it because I've already done some stuff. I don't want to get glue on it. All right, so now let's look at these little pieces and see. You've got what to me look like little vines, but you can use those, I suppose. I don't think it looks good. You've got these little guys that can go here like that. I really like the branches themselves, so I kind of hate to cover them up. But on the other hand, that's where these little pieces would go. Like that. We can leave that. It could be dying. It could be a dying branch. And, I mean, to me, it looks, you know, like it might be a dying tree if you've got, see, I would want it there. So I like more green on it. If I'm going to be doing this, I'd probably do, I don't know what I do, because no, I don't care for that. It's okay, but it's not great. It's just okay. But this does have these little pop-ups, so you can pull those up, and you've got little pop-ups. And if I did more of them, I think it would look good. 1, 2, you need 1, 2, you need 3 and 4, maybe 5, a 5th. Okay, I'm not doing it. And then that way I can get my little swing on here, because that's the part that I really want to make sure I've done. So we've got our little swing. I want it to be here so I don't have to leap into it. The little dog, he's going to go on the side, but I need to trim his little ears to fit better where I want him. Okay, you should never have to do this with a die, but some of these old dies we did. And I still do it with some of the new dies, but much less so than the old ones. And then this tree. So I'm just cutting out these little ropes, okay, that I stamped. There is the die that just does them, but it's so tiny, really hard to, I can actually get a little line of glue on these, and those other ones, I mean, if tape maybe, but glue, no. Okay, let's see here. Okay, got that. So like this, and when you fit this on, then you can see where you're going to need it. Okay, I'm actually going to cut this apart Did I glue that? I did. We're gonna have to put you down here where I didn't glue everything. So one part's gonna go up and one's gonna go behind. So I'm gonna take this and go up here. That way I can put the swing the way I want it. Or I could have done 4, but let's take our swing first of all and put our dimensionals on here. Is this my black ones? I think so. Little half ones. We'll put that. Where do I want my little half one? I need it here on the swing arm. Another little half one. Okay. And then these full ones can go right on here. I think you can. Let's see if we can see you. I can kind of see you. Let's pull that one off because I don't really want to see you. I don't like to do too many half ones just because it's so time consuming, but we'll do some. Cut those in half, and then you can just pull off a half. Oops, put you up a little higher. And this one right there. And that's pretty good. I think he's gonna stay. I've got another half, so I'll use it. Right there. Now the dog, let's stick him, let's stick these dimensionals on him. Okay, like that. And the swing, though, is going to have to be glued. So I'm going to take this and position where I've got this free still. This can go on top where it's glued, like right there. This is going to go here. So it's still kind of floating in the air a little more than I would have liked, but I'm going to have to live with it. I'm going to move it over. Let's see, because this is going to go under, like right under the branch right there. Let's see, maybe I can do this here. No, because it's still going to be there. Okay. I'm just seeing where that's going to go. Oops, I lost it, but that's okay. Like that. Ooh, that was way too much glue. Wow. Like way too much. Let me grab my green. I'll use my vine. I'm not doing it anyway. Oh, here, I'll just use a scrap. Okay, we'll drag that along because I kind of need it on the top too. All right. Right. There. Now we'll put the swing on, and then that'll help me get the position right. My fingers already have so much glue on them. Putting anything that's tiny glue is always a disaster as far as glue goes, but I can't use like little, gloves, those little disposable gloves are so nice in the garden, but I mean, I use a friend told me, and it works great. Use those disposable gloves under your garden gloves because then your fingers stay a lot cleaner. Now this is going here like that. I need that in a bit more. Wow. Okay, right there. And then this one's going here. I'm gonna do that in a minute. I wanna get this other long one in position over here first. And this time I'm gonna just take the bottom like this and leave it a little longer. Might help me actually to manage better. I don't know, we'll see. Because you could take it, and you could just color it brown and it's pretty small, so you could probably do
there. It's gonna tuck in under there. And then I can just put it on top, I think. Yeah, I think that's gonna work. Okay, we're gonna glue this top part. First of all. I don't want it to be, I'm gonna have to clean my scissors. Okay. Oh, that's the long one. I can do the short one here, probably. Wow. Let's see. Short? Yeah, I can. Perfect. Okay, so we've got that there. Up a little, right there. And then the long one. I should put the long one over here. This one's not going to be long enough though, so okay, never mind. And then this one, we're going to move you a bit, like right under, like this. Wow, it's so much work. Like, I don't know why that's so hard, but it was. I'm going to take my little bench off for a minute, and we're going to just glue these guys down. And there. There. Clip the ends off. Where I don't need them. Okay, perfect. All right. Whew. Now where's my other, did I lose it? No, there it is. All right, so this one goes under the branch, but I'm gonna, because I went over the branch. Oh, I put my branch down. Let's see if we can slide you under. Oh man, I'm not sliding him very easily because he kind of has to. Okay, he only just has to a tiny bit. Let's pick you up right there. And then we're gonna take this glue and we're gonna do it where I need it on here. Like there. And we'll just slide you in place. And then we'll clip off the edge. Oh, that was tough. That is the only part that's a little hard with the swing. I knew it would take a while, and it took like, 3 times as long as I thought it would, but that's okay. It always does. Okay, so take off, not all, because you want to tuck it under the bench. There we go. Whew, it's cute. Is it worth it? I think so. And then we're gonna put our little dog on the side and clean up my mess. Put the little pillows and the labels on, and then we'll be all done. Isn't he cute? We'll put him a little bit on the green border. So I didn't end up using that, but it's actually not hard to get it all coordinated. I want to put away my little dog die before I lose track of what's what. Because he goes in a whole different case. And if I lost that, I'd feel very sad. All right, I was going to do the squirrel, but maybe later when we're not on camera. But here's the pillows. We'll put those on there. The other pillow. Did I lose it after all that work? There was that striped pillow. There you are. Okay, now I don't know if it'll really fit because that would be like that. That would be like that. This one would be like, you kind of want them haphazard. I don't know if I need that. Like that. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. I can live with that. So we're going to glue this one down. Right here. Like that. We're going to glue this one down. Right there. And then this other one we're going to do with a dimensional. Okay, a couple of little minis. And then, let's see. Oh, you're cute. Okay, the label's gonna have to go here on the bottom. Okay, so let me clean up my spot a bit. Because I've got glue all over. And I'm still going to use my cutting machine, but embossing it probably for my label, but I'll do that on the side. Come on. All right, and dry that off. All right, well, thank you so much for watching. Almost done. And again, this is Gliding Garden Swing. So cute. So we've got little teeny tiny sentiments. We've got hang in there. That's pretty cute. Sending sunshine. But I think they're pretty small. And I don't need a big one, but I don't want it to be that small. So I'm going to grab out a set that's very good. I like this one a lot. This is a new one. This one is Prayers and Promises. And we've got Sending Love on there. That's pretty good. We've got Give It to God. I like that one. That one's really nice. So let's do Sending Love. Where are you? There you are. I think that one's going to be big enough, but not so big that it's covering everything up. Perfect. And so I'm going to want to use that one in, you could do your lemon lolly, but I think I can just use my scrap right here, and we'll just use a white background. I think that will work. With Night of Navy to kind of pull all it. Actually, I don't see much lemon lolly. I kind of covered it all up with the sky and the grass. Okay, and let's see, little tiny dot. I need a little tiny one. So I've got a whole bunch of my dies, all from a whole bunch of different sets. So I can pretty quick get just the size I need without having to look too terribly long. That's pretty good. It could be a little shorter. That one's almost perfect. It could be a little skinnier. Let's try this one. Perfect. All right, I'm going to do this one on the side really quick, and we will be getting finished with this card. So what do you think? Have you got this one? Are you going to get it? This one is a new one. Right now, there's some special deals coming. So I think I would, unless you have everything you want, there's some new online items that are going to be coming in. Is it in February? I think it is. And there's some really cute ones. So, you know, right, the way Stampin' Up has its rewards and all set up, you get to save your rewards. So it doesn't necessarily make it any better to wait till you have a big order. Just ordering anytime
has been really nice for me. The only thing that you want to be cautious about is not, you know, paying a lot more in shipping and handling. But the thing is I found that that doesn't really make much difference either. Sending love. I like that. That looks pretty cute. Okay, so we can glue it down, or you can do dimensionals. I think I'm going to just glue it down. Right there. Perfect. And I probably need to get another base card cut out because I think these are all this direction and I want it the other way. But that will just fit on a base card right there. A base card, you're going to want to cut this one at 5.5 by 8.5 and score it at 4 1/4. And that is all set. I don't think it even needs anything else. Not any ribbon. I'll probably glue these down and get those finished. But other than that, I think we're all done. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed that and that you will enjoy this stamp set. It is a really good one. And if you live in Springfield, Missouri, or anywhere in Missouri that's pretty close to us, I would love to be able to chat with you if you want to, you know, hang out. That'd be great. All right. So you have a wonderful day. I am going to try to put, I got it. Got the camera up. And you have a blessed weekend. Stay warm. Oh, you guys that are on the West Coast now, you're probably all nice and toasty. That would be nice, but we will get our chance in just a few days. It's supposed to be cold, warm up a bit. It's not the end of winter, so it'll get cold again, but that's okay. It is one of the reasons I like living here is because then I can have bulbs and lilacs and things like that that you can't have so easily in milder climates. But anyway, that's it. Have a wonderful week. I will see you next week. Bye.